Pass, pass, pass. This is like comical relief of how to make me sweat and be awkward on camera. I'm back in the delicious test kitchen for another episode of Pimp My. So in Pimp My, there are two rules. Number one, I'm given a convenience food product. And number two, I need to make it much, much better. So today, I've been given baked beans. Confession, I actually don't like baked beans. So I've decided to turn these into pillowy gnocchi with a very rich tomato sauce. Sounds ridiculous. So I'm going to use the beans instead of potato to make a gnocchi. And I'm going to use the tomato sauce in the baked beans to make a very rich sauce. So let's get to it. When I was thinking what I could turn these into, the beans inside of baked beans have quite a similar texture to potato once you've cooked it. So you could turn the beans into some beautiful gnocchi, and the tomato sauce, I could almost take advantage of that sweetness and turn it into a very rich tomato sauce with a few other elements. Taking your baked beans, and we're just going to separate them, but we want to keep that tomato sauce, so just get a sieve. They are going to need a little bit of encouragement, so just get a spatula, and if you just start shaking them around, you're going to be able to get as much of that coating off as possible. So when you run out of patience and have done as much as you can, we're just going to rinse these under some water. Get them into a bowl, and then we'll think about that gnocchi in a few minutes. And now for the sauce, if I taste it, it's a very sweet tomato sauce. So I really want to bulk it up with some rich, big flavors and kind of add to the savoriness. So we've got some garlic and some chili and some bacon, and that's going to really pump up the savory flavor. So first of all, this is an optional ingredient. We're going to use some streaky smoked bacon. So if you want to keep it vegetarian, just ditch this. So bacon into a cold pan, just with a little splash of olive oil to encourage it, and then turn on the heat. While that's starting to sizzle, we can just go and prep the rest of your ingredients. So I've got an onion, and we'll just finely chop that. Starting to sizzle, so just keep an ear out. Giving it a stir every now and again will ensure that all that fat starts to draw out of the bacon. We're going to go in with quite a bit of garlic, 3 cloves, so you can tone it down if you want. And just some cherry tomatoes, and I'm just going to halve them. And you can see I'm waiting for it to get really crispy and render all that fat. And I'm using bacon here, firstly because it's the best ingredient in the world, but secondly, it's providing a nice savory base, so that fat is automatically going to boost the whole sauce. If you don't want to use bacon and you are pescatarian, use some anchovies. If you're vegan, use some miso paste, and it'll give that beautiful umami flavor. So now, without knocking everything over, first in with our onions. Whenever cooking some onion, always add a bit of salt, and then I like to add the freshly ground pepper now. Pepper being a spice, all those flavors are going to come out now when they're cooking with the onions. And I keep on harping on about this, but never cook onions and garlic at the same time. Garlic burns very quickly and cooks at a different rate to onions, so we always go in well after the onions and cook them for about a minute until they become fragrant. Gonna go in with some dried chili. You could use fresh as well. And a great cheat ingredient, dried Italian herbs. Give that a quick stir. First in with some tomato paste. I've got quite a lot here, half a cup of tomato paste, and that is gonna give an intensely concentrated tomato flavor. Before we add any other ingredients, we want to cook that out for a few minutes until it almost looks like it's splitting. And then in with the cherries. Beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel, so eat your beans after every meal. Okay, sang it. So the drained tomato sauce from the baked beans, we can go in next. A cup of water and some milk. So the reason I'm using some milk, just like you would in a bolognese sauce, is because all these tomatoes and even the tomato sauce from the baked beans is very acidic. So that milk is gonna tone it all down and mellow it out just before that comes to a boil. Just got some basil leaves here and go in stalks and all, and this is just gonna infuse with the sauce. And just partially cover the sauce. So while the sauce is doing its thing, we can get straight onto the gnocchi. And so we've got our drained beans, and we're gonna use a food processor just to completely blitz them up, and then they'll become kind of the consistency of potato. So food processor first, and then blitz them up. Just encourage them all a bit more. We're gonna add 1 full egg to this amount of beans, but whenever you are adding an egg, always crack it into a bowl before, because if you crack an egg straight in there, if you are unlucky enough to get a rotten egg, you've ruined your whole batch. So always crack it into a bowl and then pour it in. Before we add our flour and parmesan, we're just gonna rather fold it in and try and create a bit of a pillowy gnocchi. And we're gonna go in with some flour. And we may need to add some more depending on how well you drain the beans. But if we just fold it in with some parmesan as well, and then season just with some salt. Okay, so I'm gonna have a really well floured bench to start rolling it out. I can't do this as well as you, Lucy. How to toss flour. You like?
No, it's like this.
Oh, and I'll wear half of it.
And now you've got it on yourself.
Okay, you can help me actually.
All right.
So if we get our... So what do you think about me making gnocchi out of beans?
Wow, I was surprised when I saw the recipe, but yeah, no, I'm mildly impressed.
Okay. Well, you haven't tasted it yet. You can be the judge at the end.
I'm going to be really impressed.
Maybe get this
looking
into
good.
3. We can compare techniques. So see, what it was still quite wet, but if we do roll it out, you want it to be quite floury. So outside can be floury, but you want inside to be really pillowy. And then just as you're rolling, just kind of move with your fingers, and that way. It's true. When you're rolling, you're rolling and then you're separating your fingers, and that way it spreads it out. It's real. This is a real technique.
Or then there's this one as well, like the wobble.
Oh yeah? Was it?
The wobble.
I think I'm more about the fingers. What's easier when you cut them up later, at least you can disagree with me, is getting them onto some baking paper. And that way, when you're chopping the gnocchi up, you can go straight into the boiling water without fumbling and ruining the shape of them. So don't be too precious about it. Just at any interval, you want to create that gnocchi shape. So by pushing forward, you see, then we create that little pillow with a little bit of an indent. What do you do?
I use a knife.
Why?
Just a nice cleaner cut.
But look how cool this looks. You don't need 2 people for this recipe at home. It's actually very easy. But it helps if you do have someone like Lucy to do it properly. Do you actually like baked beans?
I love baked beans.
I just don't understand it.
It's part of my upbringing. I probably had it every week from the age of 3 to now.
Yeah? It must be an English thing. I just think that a bit too sweet. It's like
that's all part of it. You need to embrace it.
You could have baked bean gnocchi as breakfast.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to breakfast today.
Okay, let's go over to the saucepan. So the sauce is nice and reduced. We can take out that basil, so just look for the stalks. They've done their job. Okay, Lucy, be honest.
Thank you.
If I can convert you, I can convert anyone.
It's delicious. A little bit spicy.
Really?
Should we add a little bit of butter? What do you reckon?
Thought you might say that. Yeah, I reckon a bit of butter, so that's gonna mellow it out like the milk. A couple of cubes. 3?
Gorgeous.
3, who cares? Stir that through, let it melt, and that, as you said, that's gonna probably take it down a bit. No double dipping, use spoons.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, onto the gnocchi. Lucy, do you want to salt that water? So, boiling water, lots of salt. You want it to be extremely salty.
Salty like the sea.
Salty like the sea. And then we'll go in, once it's at a rapid boil, straight in. And as soon as the gnocchi rises to the top, it means they're done. So all the gnocchi have risen to the top,
Yes,
meaning
looking good.
they're fully cooked. You don't want to go too much more because then they'll become rubbery. And just get as big a sieve or spatula as you can, and then go straight into the sauce. And then on with the second batch as quick as you can. Okay, so gnocchi's done. You got to eat it while it's fresh. Go straight into a big bowl. Lots of the sauce. Finish it, of course, with some more Parmesan cheese. Lots. Just some basil leaves from that bunch. We use half the bunch to go into the sauce. So just use some remaining smaller leaves as a garnish. And now as the biggest test, Lucy, I require your delicate taste buds.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to this.
Have we pimped baked beans? You first.
Wow, amazing.
You can still
Really
kind of
good.
get baked beans.
Yeah, the sauce, but the gnocchi, you wouldn't know if that was potato or beans. It's like the same texture. It's fantastic.
So pimped,
Totally.
done. So there we have it. We've taken some baked beans and turned it into something very gourmet. For this recipe and more, head to delicious.com.au, and don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel.